What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is GrassTheKid. His opponent today in the red color, playing as well as Oranos. Both players playing as Oranos here. His name is Gold Lion. A little bit spicy, guys. A little bit spicy. I'm surprised to see the Odin not being continued. After Gold Lion had all of that success on a map like Blue Lagoon, Odin is really, really good against Oranos, but potentially GrassTheKid was going to be maybe adapting, and Gold Lion didn't want to give him a free win here by having adapted to his Odin, and decides to switch out into the Oranos. So we'll see how things are going to go here in this game as GrassTheKid's going to have to adapt here. Well, not have to adapt. He's going to have to reset. Realize that Gold Lion is no longer playing Odin, instead playing Oranos. So you could be confused if you were an illiterate kid like GrassTheKid might be, very young. Still has to learn his ABCs, that the O here at the start is followed by an R and not a D, and therefore is not Odin. So Gold Lion here, he's playing as Oranos. Both players playing as Oranos. We've got a bit of an Oranos war here, and we'll have to wait and see how it's going to go. But we have seen Gold Lion playing Oranos wars thus far in this Champions League qualifiers, and he's been quite solid here. He knows this matchup. He knows how to play it, and we'll see if he's going to be able to pull it off here against GrassTheKid. However, GrassTheKid here, very, very strong Oranos player. He's played tons of Oranos mirrors, I'm sure, and he's got a really good understanding of this matchup, I'm also sure. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how these guys are going to approach this. There are a couple of ways to play this matchup, in my opinion. So first way is the crazy way. And this is you play really defensively. If you've got a really defensive map, this map is not it for Grass, but it could potentially be it for Gold Lion. And you just grab yourself a fast second town center here, and you play really defensively, sitting on that second town center, enjoying the advantage that comes from having the extra citizen out, and you just play defensive. Allow the one town center Oranos play to kind of come to you and work it out that way. So that's way number one. Way number two is you go for military academy, counter barracks. No, military barracks, counter barracks. Is that right? And you build Murmulo Terma, and you get some attacks in, and you basically stay one town center until you can sneak up a town center for a second town center. Or if you see the opportunity to go for a fast mythic off of like the one town center in order to get value out of Hecate while putting pressure on, you go for that. So those are your kind of two options up there. And then the third option, which I think is a little bit maybe under-investigated, and I think it's really, really strong, is you just go double barracks here. No point in building Terma if you don't... what does opponent's Terma do if you don't have Terma? Not a whole lot. So you can try double barracks here in this game, especially on a map with forward hunt, where you can just send your Murmulo through and just have a huge advantage where that's concerned. So we'll have to wait and see if these players are going to do anything slightly off meta. Whether it's actually off meta or not remains to be seen. But we'll see how it's all going to go. Relics in the middle of the map here, Arrows of the Alpha. We've seen that one a bit today, I think, as well as a relic at the top side of the map. We do have the Gaia's Book of Knowledge. Both those relics, a little bit lackluster. Arrows of the Alpha giving an extra building pierce damage. Gaia's Book of Knowledge giving 300% bonus damage to infantry against Titans, which really doesn't end up meaning much at all. But now we'll see how things are going. Gold Lion moving over onto this position. It's really important to have your oracles in a defensive position here in this matchup to heroize them, get yourself a hero citizen, and play from there. And it looks like both players, well, not actually both players, GrassTheKid not so much. He didn't do that. So he could have left himself open to some early game harassment from Gold Lion, but Gold Lion playing it safe here in this matchup, gets his Promethean out. He's dropping a military barracks and he is dropping a counter barracks. So no craziness here from Gold Lion. On the other side of the spectrum, GrassTheKid here and GrassTheKid here is getting military barracks and counter barracks as well. So they're seeing a very, very mirror-esque matchup here. The only difference right now is that Grass has decided to build himself or delete his Promethean and start putting some pressure over here as the Mermillo coming over onto this position onto here. Gold Lion needs to be a little bit careful not to take too much damage here as he does convert his Mermillo into here. I think he missed one. I don't know how he missed that. How did that not get converted? Does he have another hero sitting somewhere? No. I don't understand how he hit this citizen and didn't hit that Mermillo up there. I do not get. I don't understand how that works. So it's going to be a slight advantage here for Grass with the hero Terma advantage, or the hero Mermillo advantage, one of the two, moving forward here in this game. As he's starting to move across, and we'll see how things are going to go. We do have a mana down the bottom. This citizen kind of sitting naked at the moment. He's got to be really careful about that. If Gold Lion can spot this, it's going to be really, really big. Grass currently sitting slightly behind on the population for some reason or another. Maybe not building Prometheans out at this point. There's a second Promethean is out for Gold Lion. Generally speaking, not building Prometheans early in this matchup is the way to do it. As Oranos, you've got a finite amount of favor. And the answer, generally speaking, for Oranos is when your Oranos opponent's heroes are all dead, then you can start thinking about building your Promethean. Generally speaking. There's now Gold Lion pushing through. 63, 68 population. Very similar amounts of numbers here. 6 and 5 versus 6 and 6, or 6 and 6 versus 6 and 6. Still very, very close. Both players' resources very, very low. It's a mirror matchup. Fighting in a mirror matchup is something you just don't want to do if you're the aggressor. As a defender, it's fine because you've got the defender's advantage. Your units or reinforcements are going to join the army a little bit faster than your opponent, so you will be able to find an advantage where that's concerned. Raiding is something you want to really get going here. And we do see a nice play here from Grass. He's going to be cutting off Gold Lion's army here. Huge shockwave coming through there. Same too, though, for Gold Lion coming into this position here as the Terma get thrown over onto this side here. So Grass's Terma can get some good damage done. Population is very, very equal at this point. 80 population-ish apiece. Gold Lion is losing a lot more population, though, than Grass and Groom. As Grass and Groom gets his Promethean out for this fight, just in time, it seems, as it looks like Gold Lion is getting sent packing here. He has gotten absolutely caught out, absolutely dismantled, and Grass and Groom now has a commanding lead here, ladies and gentlemen. What is he going to do as a response to having this lead? Generally speaking, chuck a town center down straight away is the answer to moving forward once you've got a significant resource advantage here. We'll see if Grass is going to be doing that or not. It looks like he's still pumping units out, going after this location here, as Gold Lion is going to be coming through here to try and take down some units yet again. A little bit of micro here, pull back from Grass to keep his units nice and safe. Wants to take down that mana as best as he possibly can, as it seems that Grass and Groom here is just needs to get up another mana. Last mana, he's still pumping units out. Carabalis are going to start coming through as well, as Gold Lion, he's pushed back into his base. He's eating pigs. He's no longer on the hunt anymore. There is plenty of hunt left for Grass and Groom. He's got all of the advantages moving forward in this game. As Grass now coming over here, Gold Lion looking for a raid. He gets spotted here by the Terma of GrassTheKid. The angry Terma of GrassTheKid are coming in here to try and take out these this raid here, trying to keep everything alive. Grass here, he doesn't want to even garrison the citizen. He just says, I don't care. If you want to attack my citizen, I'll garrison it. But if not, I'm just going to leave it there and just not pay attention at all. As the army here for Gold Lion, trying to distract as best as he can. It's a smart idea to try and catch back up here by doing that. Definitely taking a look at the town center or something as the army coming into this corner here. He's got to be a little bit careful. Where are the units going? You might get caught out here ever so slightly. As the Terma here are seemingly a little bit drunk because 1 turn going down, 2 turn going down. The Murmillo are now going to be moving off here. As I mean, if you micro this a little bit here with your Terma, you should be able to get a shot, move forward, get a shot, move forward, that kind of thing. The army here of Grass and Groom has to be pulled back. 115 population here for Grass. Is he going to grab a town center? Is he going to the next age? He's going to the next age. Armory on the way here. I do think that in the mirror matchup, another way forward, as opposed to just getting your town center, is to just start getting armory upgrades. It's another really, really strong way to find an advantage. As we see the resources pop up perfectly here for Grass. He's got plenty of wood in the back. I'm not sure what he's really saving that for. He could probably just throw down a bunch of barracks right now and start thinking about getting himself more Murmillo production, maybe some archers here as well. They are on the way. Alternatively, he could just take all of the villagers off of wood now, chuck them onto food and gold, as well as these ones here, and he's going to be able to jump straight to the mythic age behind all of this with a huge advantage over Gold Lion. But now Gold Lion is full population. He's caught up there. And Grass, he needs to be a little bit careful not to take a fight right away. He needs to wait for his heroic age to pop. And he needs to get some sort of tangibility out of his heroic age. Whether that be Dryads, whether that be Stymphalian birds, whether that be upgrades, heavy upgrades or something like that. He's taken this fight after spending 1,300, 1,200, 1,300 resources as the units coming through here trying to fight as best as they possibly can. And Gold Lion has got the positioning here in this fight, and he is going to be enjoying this fight as very, very nicely here, it would seem, as Grass hits the second age or the third age there. Gold Lion still floating resources or floating population above Grass. He is going to be winning this second fight quite considerably here as Grass has to retreat back. And this is what I'm talking about. There was no advantage to be had there for Grass, and he took the fight nonetheless, retreating back here. Now he does have the Stymphalian birds, which are going to be a really, really good counter to these Kyro. There's no hero ranged units here for Gold Lion whatsoever in this game. He's trying to push forward. He's trying to get good damage done. We see a barracks coming down. You've got to be careful building Contarius in this position as well, because there's still so many Murmillo that deal with them really, really easily here. As Grass pushes back forward, see the Contarius trying to get in here as best as they possibly can. As the Dryads are going to be a big, big help, but he does need to attempt to snipe those Hero Murmillo. One very low HP medium Murmillo, Hero Murmillo getting away with murder here, taking down the Dryad for very, very free. As the Murmillo is starting to fall there, and the Dryads are going to become a very, very big help moving forward in this game. Grass still floating a ton of wood at this point. Is he throwing farms? He's got lots of pigs remaining, so he really doesn't need the wood at this point. But we'll see how things are going to go. Did he throw a market down? He did throw a market down, so he can sell some of that wood if he so chooses, as a palace is going to be coming up with the intention of getting himself out some of those beautiful, beautiful destroyers here. As the Stymphalian bird going to be able to take out a Kyro with the hero Terma does get converted. Big shockwave coming through there as well, though. Gold Lion is, or Grass, I should say, holding on to his shockwave for the time being. More than happy to take this fight now. Those Dryads, don't be confused with the population. Those Dryads here are worth about 3 population. He's got 4 of them remaining, so that's 12 extra population if you compare that to what Gold Lion has. Still very, very close. And not only that, the palace is now up, and Gold Lion is going to have to retreat here at this point. As Grass here is going to start being able to get himself out destroyers. 13 villages only, though, for Grass and Groom. I haven't been noticing this. It looks like Grass has decided, yet again, for another for the second time in this series, to not build Citizen. And Gold Lion is getting an advantage here in terms of economy. The problem is that Gold Lion is sending that economy into farms and having to build plow and get irrigation, all that other stuff, rather than getting himself the hunt. Things are going to be a little bit difficult. We are seeing now Gold Lion going for some Citizen here. Grass and Groom happily staying on these 13 villages here, with the intention of most likely trying to push off of gold over here. See if he's going to be able to do so. As the army coming through here, they spot the Citizen. Picking off one Citizen here is absolutely gigantic, as Grass and Groom here is committing to this kind of all-in play at this point. 4 citizen idle with 1 villager kill when you've only got 12 citizen is a big deal. However, the army of Grass and Groom coming through, Gold Lion citizen here, have not been taken care of with a mana as the army going to attempt to path block as best as he possibly can. He doesn't manage to get the path block as best there as the citizen is going to be getting, is going to be retreating back here, and he does decide to utilize that second shockwave there on the citizen in order to try and take those out. Meanwhile, on this position, Grass and Groom citizen going down. Grass did equalize the villager count there, but his citizen gets spotted out of position. 2 citizen going down here as the mana might get picked off as well. At this moment, though, Gold Lion has got 0 gold income. He does send some citizen forward onto this gold mine over here. More production coming out here as well. Grass and Groom, his citizen over here, might find themselves getting taken down. We do see a handful of units chasing Gold Lion's units away. Grass and Groom at 100 population. Gold Lion at 108 population here. Still not producing. Oh, now he started the citizen yet again to try and catch back up on that economy here. Gold Lion, on the other hand, is consistently training his own citizen here to keep himself at an economic edge, though. Grass and Groom is still at a technology edge, having access to the Contariats, having access to the Dryads, having access to the Destroyers here. It's all a really big deal. Meanwhile, Stimfalion Bird here will get pushed back by that Hero Terma, getting a little bit of damage done off onto this one. Maybe it's going to go down as it's retreating back. 21 HP remaining here as he does turn around, and he does manage to pick it off, but so too does the Terma get picked. So does the Stimfalion goes down as well as the Terma Hero goes down there. So Gold Lion gets the trade there as he wants, as the units now, the Arc is doing so much damage over here, and in that moment, Gold Lion does tap out. Gold Lion, honestly, I think that this play here from Grass and Groom is absolutely insane. There is no way that it should work. Gold Lion did not protect his gold mine here in the slightest. He should have had much more population or much more stuff here than Grass and Groom could have had, and yet he just did not have it. He should have had an armory up. He should have had armory upgrades coming through here to allow his classical age to continue to support a decent fight here against these heroic age units. Technically speaking, they're not that much of an improvement over any of the Murmillo here. The Murmillo is still the unit to go for in these fights, but with the help of the Dryads and the fact that there's no help here and finding those 5 citizen over here on this gold mine, he equalized everything in terms of the economy. If you take a look at the economy actually here, this will tell a story. How is Grass and Groom in ahead here? How? Civilian units from the 9-minute mark, there was an advantage here for Gold Lion. 13-minute mark, where's the resources at? 13-minute mark. Here he was catch. How does he get that many more resources? I don't have an answer for this. Wait, how's the economic upgrades? Hand axe, pickaxe? No hand axe, pickaxe. There's your answer. Gold Lion doesn't get his economic upgrades. Apparently it matters quite a bit in the Oranos mirror. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Man, my mouse trapper keeps breaking. Bye.